Aries. This is your reading for July 2024. I'm Jared Walters from jaredwalters.co.uk, and I will be using a combination of my intuitive psychic ability with some angel cards, the Angel Tarot deck today, and some moon cards to hopefully give you some advice, some guidance from Spirit as to what is going on around you at the moment, what to look out for, and how to get the best out of July 2024. So what's going on around you, Aries? Let's see. I feel a bit kind of like this stifling energy kind of maybe happening around you at the moment, Aries. As I'm sort of dealing these cards, the energy's coming in feels a bit thick, so I feel there's maybe quite a bit of emotional energy happening around you at the moment. A lot of ups and downs, so to speak. There's been a lot of soul searching perhaps happening around you. But also I feel like there's avenues that are now opening up that perhaps weren't there before. It's also a bittersweet symphony kind of thing going on around you at the moment. It feels there's a lot of things that are happening which are for the better, but might actually be appearing as if they're for the worst, so to speak. So let's take a look as to what's going on here. Well, you've got the Lovers card. Well, that is actually a really good card to start off with. This is to do with personal relationships, especially intimate relationships, but also the relationship with the things that you love. Okay, so this could be the closest people around you. This is a time right now to keep those around you close that you love. Okay, I feel for some of you this is going to be a start of a brand new relationship. For others, it's going to be the renewal of an existing relationship, but also there's going to be aspects coming around romantic and physical love this month that maybe you're going to need maybe a little bit of addressing. Whether that's sort of positive or negative, I don't quite know yet until we sort of go further on into the reading. As the energy feels sort of moving into it, I feel it's a mixed bag, so to speak. There's a lot of good coming out of it, but there's also a lot of bad as well. I feel like you kind of need to be supportive of people around you, and I also feel that there's fears surrounding sort of money, or worries surrounding sort of money around you as well. So I do feel that there could be a lot of difficulties where money or financial stresses are affecting relationships around you. Perhaps you're not able to do the things that you wanted to do this month. Perhaps you didn't, you can't afford that getaway that you were hoping to get, or you perhaps, are having to sort of look at things and do things in a different way. Now, obviously, these fears are transitory. Things will pass, so you don't want the fears to get on top of the relationship you have, but also help from others. Yes, might have these fears, but there's help coming in from other people around you. That maybe that's going to provide more work or more opportunity to earn a bit more money, or helping in some other way, shape or form. So I feel there's kind of this balance between work and family that is having to go on at the moment, okay? This balance between having the family life that you want, but also having the resources that you need. There's very much a balance here. The Hermit. I do feel you are a person that you keep a lot of things close to your chest. You keep a lot of feelings bottled up. And I think this is maybe not the time to go sort of balls to the wall, right? I feel that you do need to let emotions go, but you need to let them go in the right way, okay? And maybe there's a bigger picture going on surrounding elements in your life that are coming together, okay? I feel that making time for family and those close to you, making time for your relationships this month is going to be imperative. As long as you're making time for those personal close relationships, I think you're going to be okay. I don't think there's going to be anything to worry about. The main objective here is your physical presence, being there for the people that you love, but also them being there for you as well. It's that kind of exchange that kind of needs to happen around you at the moment, okay? There's there's definitely a case of you needing to sort of take possibly a bit of a leadership position here, where you're having this coming up with sort of money worries, speaking your mind, speaking out, effective communication. This is coming in to sort of saying, right, okay, perhaps this relationship is going to the next level, and it's falling on you to sort of to say, right, where's this relationship going? Are we going to carry on being friends, or are we going to take things to the next level? Is that element sort of going in there? For some of you, it could be the fact that you're going through a little bit of strife in the family, and someone needs to sort of say, right, family meeting, right, this is going on, that's going on, this is going on. Look, I've took a step back. We looked at things. I'd like to hear what you all have to say, but ultimately a decision has got to be made. And this decision is going to be made with the best outcome for everyone concerned. However, we might not be able to get every part of the outcome that we like because we are having constraints on resources. But how can we get the best outcome with what we have available at the moment? So I feel there's energy there where you're needing to take a leadership role as far as family, life, and relationships are concerned. But only do so after you've taken that time to step back and really consider the aspects of what's going on around you. Plans that need revisions. But as much as that is being said, you also need to be dynamic. Okay? There are, the universe is going to throw the proverbial spanner in the works now and again. Alright? And sometimes you might need to adjust things as you go. Right? But then, as long as you've got that kind of effective communication going on here, okay, and you're sort of helping and guiding the different aspects, whether that's different people or different aspects of yourself, through a sort of difficult spot over the course, probably around the middle of the month, right towards sort of like the 15th to the 22nd, I just said. I feel sort of around those times, there's going to be a need for strong leadership in the family, okay, in the family unit, or in the circles of which you travel, okay? And there's going to be we're going to need a bit of that Aries boldness coming out, right? And because there's renewal energy coming in, right? Some around you may not be as willing or able to close doors on the past. This is where you kind of need to bring in this effective communication, saying, look, if you're holding on to this, we don't have a future, or the future isn't going to be good. But if we brave these rapids now, then we're going to have the outcome that we want further down the line. It might not be the best thing to happen right now, but as we're moving down the line, more and more doors are going to open up because we're sort of like maybe tightening our belts now financially, or we're having to sort of make certain sacrifices now, right? And I feel there's elements of learning new things. And I feel this has been happening around for you for a while. There's been a kind of undercurrent surrounding your energy here of doing lots of research, looking into things, maybe looking into different people's opinions and viewpoints surrounding different subjects. I don't know why the hell I'm picking these up because I need to get back to them. Um, but I feel here that there's that kind of undercurrent of learning, going back to school in many ways, but not necessarily going back and studying. For some of you, there's definitely that element of going back and studying, right? But I feel this is something that's been ongoing because it's now culminating in you having the skills and the resources necessary to help others bridge a step forward, make a step forward. And be careful of things like personal judgment. Be careful of things like being passive aggressive. You need to be aware of the emotions of others, but you don't need to be afraid of them. Okay? So there needs to be balance there. However, I do feel ultimately this is going to be a successful month for you because you're going to basically get what you achieve, what you set out for. And I do feel that once you sort of come through this, the relationships around you are going to get that much closer, right? This is a good month for revitalizing old relationships. This is a good month for connecting in again on those that you love, right? If you feel you've been strayed from those, those you love around you, and if it's been emotional, you felt a bit isolated, a bit separated with this hermit energy coming in here, okay? This is a good time now to really start bringing those links back in and start celebrating family life again. It might not necessarily be that you have all the resources, but you have those you love around you, right? And yes, okay, you might not be able to achieve everything you want to, but take action on achieving those things that you can achieve. Okay? Take meaningful action on getting those things that you can achieve. Okay? Don't be too worried and caught up about money. Money is tight at the moment. We're all going through having to tighten our belts. So we're all going through impossible situations. As far a lot of us are, at least as far as money is concerned. However, I think with effective leadership, okay, and a vision of how you're going to get from A to B, right? That is how, and being that effective guiding voice for others around you is how you're going to get yourself from a situation where perhaps you might feel like you're struggling to a situation where you're feeling a lot more comfortable. And this is actually achievable to a certain degree in the month of July, okay? Surrender to the divine. There are certain things you can't control. You have had to take a step back. You have had to look at things in a different way. Perhaps your viewpoint on the world has changed, and you're far more open to certain things than certain concepts, belief systems, ways of doing things. Perhaps you're far more open to them now than you were maybe a few years ago, because there's this renewal energy coming in. So sometimes we just got to let go and just go, right, when you've done all you can, right, you sometimes just got to hand it up to the universe and really, just let the fruits of your labour manifest in their own time, on their own terms. Unfortunately, sometimes as humans, we like to try and force things, and that's not always the case. The one thing about change, in the words of Jean-Luc Picard, is change never comes when it's expected. It always comes at the last possible minute. So I do feel this is quite positive for you, Aries. This is you've got the tools, you've got everything you need to take that step forward. It's just, I think it's sort of down to you to make that sort of leadership decision and take those actions meaningfully that you need to take. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it had some sort of insight for you. Again, I will be doing further readings as throughout the month of July and moving forward throughout this year, and other things on this channel you might find interesting. So please feel free to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and comment below if this reading did resonate with you. Thank you very, very much indeed. Take good care of yourself, and love you lots. See you soon.